Christy. I don't see 5-0 on her cup.
You can't see that?
No, I see your cup.
Oh.
I didn't see 5-0 on hers.
What does it say? What does it say? 5-0?
Yes.
Killing it.
Christy's got to find the 4-1 cup.
I got a 4-1. I'm pretty proud of the 4-1.
Not bad.
I actually was gonna put 9-1 on my cup today, just predicting, manifesting that we kick your guys' butt. But I thought that might be
Manifest away. You manifest.
Yeah.
And I'll build animals for 10 years, and we'll see who wins. Okay.
This is why I didn't.
Yes.
This is
That's a
why
great
I
idea.
didn't.
Should I just bring her a blank cup with a pen?
Yeah. So the team that you guys lost to, that kid broke the state record for touchdowns in the last game.
Really?
Threw 10 touchdowns.
Holy heck.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It's awesome.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's that Paradise Honors kid. So.
Dude,
wild.
I mean, it was pretty amazing, that kid. Yeah.
Very cool.
Good morning in the chat
It
from
was-
Angela.
Good
morning.
Morning.
We are
Happy
not having a good
Tuesday.
morning.
I
We were
know,
just talking
we're
about
like a
how
little
Monday we
slow.
just dragged all
Ugh.
day, and then Tuesday we're like, well, it's not Monday at least.
Yeah.
We're working through the week.
Well.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really lucky that we don't do the show on Mondays.
Listen, I think we should do it on Mondays.
It's a struggle. The struggle is real.
Just come in. What did I say? We're performing monkeys. We must perform.
You're
Yeah,
right.
that's-
We would just turn it on
rough.
and get
That's rough.
busy.
So how was your game?
Our
I saw
game
you
was
won.
great. We won. Yeah, I mean, it was a challenging game for sure, but
You played Wickenburg.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you go there, you're sitting like in the desert. Like it backs up. Yeah.
You know what's
so I was
funny?
worried about getting eaten alive by, I don't know, anything that
You
could
gotta
have
watch
came
out
out
for
of
them
there.
coyotes. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just a football junkie, and we always speculate, me and my son, where he could go and go play
Yeah.
college football or whatever, and we always look at the stadiums and like
Where do I want to play?
because it's like such a cool place to play, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of like really cool schools that have like listen, a great example is Colorado. If you watch that Colorado game, it's mountains and trees
Just
and
beautiful.
it's beautiful,
Freezing,
and you just
though.
think, oh, it's got to be amazing,
Yeah.
And so Wickenburg's got its own little
It does.
out in the boonies vibe.
Listen, they
you know?
actually had.
What do you think
the
people thought when they went
horses-
to River Valley back in the day?
Okay, this is the exact conversation. I said, listen, when you go to River Valley, you feel like you're going into the middle of nowhere. You really do.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
Because it is.
it is 100%. Yes.
I always make the joke when we have an athlete of the week out there. I'm like, I need to get gas and a snack because it's a,
Yeah.
it's a
It
hoof.
is.
From
Gotta
our
be there
store
for a
on the
while.
Parkway to River Valley is a
It's
commitment.
so far.
So
I mean, I've been going there once a month, and really, I set my whole day down here because by the time I go all the way down there and all the way up there,
yeah,
it's a whole tank of gas.
commitment for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, no joke.
No, for
Oh, yeah.
sure. But they did have horses come out with the flags. It was kind of cool.
That
It
is
was
cool.
really sweet. I mean, so now we've hit the criminals where the police brought them out, and now we have the horses. I mean, our little tunnel is fun.
I know. I tried to buy a smoke gun,
But yes, you did.
and
Smoke gun.
I was
the
down.
lights and the
I was down. It was like a DJ smoke gun. It had like lights built into it, and then it like shoots out like
I
the
remember.
Smoke bombs
Yeah.
or
like
something?
that thing. And I couldn't get anybody to approve it, so I didn't buy it.
Well,
Oh,
the
man.
tunnel is cool.
I thought it
But,
would've
you
been
know, when
pretty
you have
badass.
horse and police.
Yeah. Well, it
a
would have been
lot.
really cool, like, when they're actual night games and it goes dark and the spotlights and all
Yes.
this stuff, it's a lot cooler. But, like, right now
Agree.
the sun's still up, and so it's just kind of, like,
Yeah, it's just not
real
so
vibey.
impressive.
Yeah.
Well, and let's just be honest. When they moved us from our home fields into the field house, I know we all felt a little bit like, ooh, we're kind of cheated a bit. And then you get really comfortable in there, and you're like, come to our field house.
Not me. I was never that guy. I played on those fields. They are terrible. So I was
Yeah.
always like, we get out of it. So I remember playing in games where it was still like 105 degrees or 110 degrees at kickoff.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
then I remember the field was never in good shape.
No, bugs.
Bugs. And
Ooh.
so, like, they were like, oh, you're going to miss out on all that atmosphere. I'm thinking, no, you people had an atmosphere because you sat up in the stands and, like, chit-chatted the whole time. Like, for the players, it was terrible.
Awful.
So, Yeah.
Not as fun.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm in the minority.
How about
maybe,
you
but,
guys? How'd your game go?
you know, I say this with all due respect. It was the most boring 42-0 game I've ever seen. It was like, I mean, and hats off to our guys. They play good. They play good football, but it's not very exciting when it's just
Yeah.
like, all right, steady play, touchdown,
Can we
steady
just
play,
get the running clock going?
touchdown. Like, yeah, the running clock was going the
Have
whole
you had a
second half.
game that you didn't have a running clock
Yeah, so
yet?
that game in the field house, we won 20-28.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really close, down to the wire. You know, they were on the goal line, and we had
That
a
was
goal line stop.
Paradise Honors.
No,
right?
we smacked Paradise Honors by 30.
Oh.
So-
5-0, Christy.
5-0.
But yeah, the other team, the team we played after them was tough. That was a game John was out. And,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so that was a very close game, right? I mean, the whole game mattered up until the very last
That's
play.
a good one.
Yeah. So, and that team
Who was
beat
that?
Peoria last week
Oh.
or 2 weeks ago. Like,
Might see them again, huh?
yeah. So I think they're back in the top 5 again already. So,
Playoffs.
yeah.
This is so exciting.
Super-
Let's
well,
just
listen,
be honest.
we have a really big game this week. We play a 4-0 Lee Williams team.
Oh, yeah.
They're ranked number 9 in
Really?
4A.
Mm.
So we're tough game this week for sure.
We're going out to Gardo. I don't even know how to say it.
Is
It's
that the
out.
one on the eastern side of the
Yeah.
state? Yeah.
The boys even get to have a sleepover, which Vin's never done that before because you've always been close enough
Yeah.
to, you
the
know.
old 8-hour bus ride will get it.
I was like, whoa, this
So,
is kind of cool.
Let me ask you this: do you ever pay attention to the buses that other teams come in on?
Yeah,
I do.
every
nice
time
ones.
because it's always a fancy schmancy.
Always a fancy schmancy, right?
Yep.
I'm
And
like,
so,
listen, welcome to our field house in your fancy bus.
I hopped on the bus. I usually drive my trucks. I either stay or I get there super early and kind of scout around or whatever. You know, like I got
You're
my own
nosy,
crazy.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I want to know all kinds of stuff going on. And so I hopped on the bus, tell the boys, you know, hey, travel safe, rest, whatever, yada yada yada. And I looked on that bus, and I kid you not, the big kids can't fit two to a seat. The bus is so small.
Oh, I bet.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been
It's
in a bus
great.
in
Listen,
years,
next
but
time
I'm
they go on a
envisioning
bu-
like
poke your
Jonathan not
head
being
in.
able to put his
Yeah.
legs even next to somebody, let alone
Poke
a
your head
body.
in that bus next time they travel. You'll be like, wow.
How do they sleep?
Stinky, heck no.
Oh, it's got to be stinky.
Just
yeah.
bringing my player home. I'm like,
Stinky
good
and
God, the first half hour,
sweaty.
windows down, airing everything out.
Yeah, I can relate to that big time. So,
Good Lord. You got
Congratulations
stinky
to-
coach and kid.
yeah, well, you know, it's really
Because
embarrassing.
I know you get all sweaty up in that
if I'm as
situation.
stinky as the kid, that's a problem. So,
This is true. This is true.
but
not
congratulations,
stinky
everybody.
coach.
It's actually really cool. I think Malk is 3-0 also. So collectively in our little world,
We're doing it.
Tri-state world.
yeah, it's
We're
pretty exciting.
doing it. Let's go.
And
Let's
selfishly,
go.
there's Firebirds on every team doing well. So
a
in
little
the back of my
off.
head, I have a little Firebird radar. I'm like,
Ding, 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 ding,
Yep,
Yep, I had a piece of your puzzle.
Hey, the girls' flag
So-
football team won too.
Oh, yeah. So that is pretty cool. And you're going to be like, but let's just say this is the first AIA, so it's AIA backed. And Mojave stepped up and has a team.
Yeah,
like
pretty
and
cool.
won.
and won. They're super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
I think
weird.
they had a road game earlier in the year.
Yes. So I heard that they went and played a game, and then the big school board hadn't approved it quite yet. So then they had to go, and then they had to
So
cancel
they
the
have
game.
been
And
practicing, and
good Lord.
coaching wasn't approved, team wasn't approved.
boy.
Yeah.
Like,
they're like,
What a
listen,
mess.
AIA said we can do this.
Yeah.
So they are on board now.
Listen,
they are moving forward.
I have no idea whose fault any of that is, but I do know that like the logistics and probably bureaucracy is a better word than politicking of getting anything done is super challenging. So
Listen, getting even gas money to travel with your
Yeah.
school teams is
super,
exhausting.
super challenging. So
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
speaking of
Kudos
teams,
to all the
speaking of
coaches.
teams, did you see our team in the Friday meeting?
Oh yeah.
I'll play it.
So
you guys
gotta
am
watch
so
this.
entertained.
This is so funny, and
This challenge. What was the
they
challenge?
actually had. So let me just
Couple
preface
different
this
team challenge.
with, the point is to be a good teammate, right? Like not everyone is having a great day. Not everyone is winning in the moment.
Yeah.
But you can always be a good teammate, do the right things, cheer your teammates
them on.
And so we started doing this, and it turned into like skits.
So funny.
You know, it turned into like skits of
I
like.
think I've watched it 10 times.
Oh my gosh! Listen, Kyle sells out on that first bump, and I'm like. So, anyway, the point
He's
being
so funny.
that you want good teammates all the time, and so somehow that turned into this at the Friday sales meeting. Check this out.
Okay, I don't have volume control, so be ready.
Oh, hold on.
Oop.
Yeah, I always warn you guys.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Boom!
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Ulysses was on it too.
That's some
Mo.
I like how Mo and Chris
Mo's
both
so
said, nah. I'm good.
got him.
Go ahead and sign right there. We'll get it all wrapped up for you. Perfect. I'll take it.
Slam dunk.
Finish him! Fatality!
Pretty funny.
So
Pretty
yeah,
funny.
it started out initially as like, hey, let's celebrate our teammates, and then it turned into like full-blown skits, and I think we all just laughed
Talk
and had
about
so much
team
fun with
building.
it.
Like,
Oh
that's
my gosh.
fun.
I
That's
laughed
fun.
so hard, and I don't know, how many people watch that, but if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Give
Share
it
it to your
give it
team.
a like.
Yeah,
It's
share it to your
funny.
team and tell them,
Did
hey.
they all just come up with that like that morning, or did you guys have a plan?
So in the meeting, they said, hey, you have 5 minutes. Here's your team. Here's your team. Here's your team.
That's pretty good.
And
Figure it out.
And I'll tell you, some of these guys are really funny. So.
Yeah.
I really like the
Entertaining.
Mortal. I was
Entertaining.
really torn between the Mortal Kombat and the wrestling one.
No, I don't. They were all great.
Yeah, they were all
It's a
pretty good.
lot for them
Good
to be
stuff.
able to come up with that in a short amount of time.
So, yeah.
Can you only imagine what they could do if they had more time?
I know. Maybe we should challenge them all week. You know what we
Yeah.
should have done? And maybe I'll talk to the guys. We'll do this. We'll have them do one in video form. Like say, hey, you have all week. We're gonna instead of doing it live, you're gonna play it in the meeting,
Yeah.
and then you have a little bit more time
to come up with
to
some.
pull it off. So,
Yeah.
That's good.
yep, that would be.
I
a
just
funny
think
one.
that's one of the things that's really fun about our group of people.
I agree.
It's always, you're always looking for something to keep everyone engaged
Yep.
and
Oh yeah.
and
So-
entertained, and that's fun. Outside of the box, I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. And honestly, if you've been doing this for a long time, you always need to go over like the important business that's going on, things like that, policy changes, whatever.
Well, it's stressful, really.
But you need to have fun with your team. You need to be able to do some other stuff and keep people engaged. And
Character
so,
building.
Yeah, absolutely. So great job, everybody involved, managers and participants there.
Good stuff.
You guys
Oh
nailed
my
it.
gosh.
So.
Make
Um,
me laugh.
Speaking of teams nailing it, Community Achievement Awards were announced, the finalists, and super exciting to announce that both Christy and Findlay were nominated again as finalists.
Yay.
So
Drum roll.
we thought that was super cool, but we wanted to go over and first of all, I'll give a shout out to the Community Achievement Awards because they do a great job. Big old thing goes out, and I know they already made their announcement, but we thought we'd give some little shout outs and.
I would say it's one of our biggest classy events in town.
So you know why
it's
I
really
like
classy.
it? This is probably like
The food?
No,
Oh.
no, they never.
I'm
They
kidding, I'm
almost
kidding.
never have food I like. Like
It's
every
appetizing.
event we
I
go
know.
to tries to be so
was
fancy,
a
and I'm
joke.
like,
This is a little
can I
appetizer.
get just like a dead cow, medium
Appetizer?
rare?
What
Like,
the
is that
hell?
too much to ask? You know, don't want no. I'm not a fancy guy, so I'm sure the
I
food
like
is great.
a steak, not a
Yeah,
piece.
it's just not my thing.
Not a kebab.
But I think that this event encourages people to be better year round, and then
Yeah.
recognizes the people that did it. Like
Yeah.
there is so much like superficial stuff out there that it's really not that big a deal. But if you want to be recognized for one of these things, you need to be a pretty important contributor year-round here in this community.
Well, think about it. Most of these people who are nominated by, you never find out who nominated you.
Right.
I've been nominated twice, and I have no idea who nominated me. So it's not like I'm,
For the
you know,
record,
buddying
it
up.
wasn't me.
Well, why don't you nominate me?
I don't nominate anybody.
He doesn't play that game.
No, so it's really funny. My daughter ran for student council, and she didn't win. And she was like, I didn't vote for myself. Maybe I should have. And I said, nah, sweetie, I feel like,
You want that to come from?
like that's not really the way it should be. Like there's nothing, I'm sure a lot of people do vote for themselves,
Next
or
time,
I don't know how
vote for
that
yourself,
works. Like I'm sure
Just kidding.
Joe Biden didn't go vote for Trump. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I
I
didn't know
get
that
it.
was coming.
But in my world, I just think no, like other people should recognize you and put you in that spot. And that's the same way I tell my son. Like, listen, you can't be out there going me, 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 me. Like, if
No.
someone recognizes you, then you earned it. Like, if you're out there saying, hey, what about me, then,
People will know that and feel that.
Right.
I think it's always a time, too, to look at your own character and feel, okay, what am I going to do different next time? I've always set that intention of it's not about losing, taking the opportunity. It's about how am I going to approach this next year? What does that look like for me?
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm excited. Yeah. We have people
got
just
pasture
sneaking
throughs.
around.
Man,
I know.
what are they trying to do, a job here or something? Jeez, selfish
So
guys.
it's so exciting to be
Selfish.
nominated is super exciting. To make it into the top 4 is, that's exciting. I mean,
And
you're
I
up
think,
against big people.
yeah, I think it all goes without saying that there are probably some great people who didn't make the finals, and everyone who made the finals is already winning in some way.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
But with that said,
I
thought,
want to win. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
I do wanna
And
win.
let me tell you. Let me just make a stump for Christy here. She's up for communications, right?
Yeah.
And
It's a big
who are
category.
you up against? Or do you have your?
I am Our Town Magazine, up against the Mojave Valley Daily News editor, Tri-State Wi-Fi, which is huge, and us. And last year it was up against the radio stations.
Right.
So it's weird, right?
Hey Jeff, I can hear you breathing.
I can hear you.
It's okay.
breathing.
You'd be hearing me breathing if I wasn't talking. So, but let me tell you why I think that's so much cooler than people probably give it credit for. All of them are in the communication business.
Yes.
What is Christy in? Christy's in the car business. And she has done such a great job reaching out to community, promoting other people, being a platform, having this show, which I don't think there's any secrets. I show up and talk. Christy schedules it, plans it. Jeff produces it. And this is their project and their baby. And so to come out of a
making me
completely
cry.
don't cry on the show. I don't like crying. But to come out of a completely industry not really focused on that, and to have emerged and be recognized for that is super cool. So I hope that you do win.
Thank you.
I want to win too for Findlay, but we won one before, so I don't know.
I want to win that too.
Yeah, I think everyone that's up there has won one before. Like it's kind of cool. Like it's coming up on repeat winners. Like it's been around long enough,
Yeah.
So.
I'm
But-
excited. Let's go.
Yeah. So
Let's
that being
go.
said-
but thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Let's go through the nominees and recognize everybody, and let's do this, Arganda.
do it.
Okay,
So
up
what do we got?
first,
Citizen of the Year. So
Aw.
Jennifer Ronan, and listen, I'm not above butchering names. So Grace Hecht, John McCormick, and Kent
Those
Divich.
are big
Divich.
names. Those
Yeah.
are big names. Those are big people.
So Citizen of the Year
Well
is very
deserved.
cool, and I'm sure that I know we sponsored. What did we end up sponsoring? We sponsored one of the categories. Was it humanitarian?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry,
Heck, I don't know.
we don't have the
We went
sponsors.
back and through.
We shout out the sponsors too because that's really important too.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is not happening if somebody doesn't support it. So.
No.
Yep, very cool. Congratulations to those 4. And I know we all are out there in town, see so many awesome people. And
Well, yeah, that's Citizen
to
of
be
the
one of
Year.
the
I mean,
final
that's
4 of Citizen of the
cool.
Year is pretty awesome. I mean, there's been some absolutely rock star winners over the years. So
Yeah. Oh, look at Connie Davis Youth Citizen of the Year. Look at that.
Braden Lott, River Valley High School. Hunter Fauble. Is that right?
Yeah. So
Sounds
good.
good.
Sorry, Hunter. Mojave Accelerated Learning Center. Kylie O'Brien, River Valley High School. Zane Gledden-Reiben, Mojave. He was one of our finalists
Oh, he
last year.
was.
Yeah, Zane.
Can you imagine
Super cool kid.
doing this kind
Sharp
of
kid,
awards?
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to all of you. That brings us to the Young Wonder Award. So this must be younger than high school? Is that?
I'm thinking so. I think it's more middle school age groups.
Yeah, Amelia Burns, congratulations. Desert Star Academy. Ella Marquise, Desert Light Christian Academy, which I think is a brand new school.
Brand new, yeah.
Right. Hannah Walker, Academy of Building Industries. Kevin Scotty. How do you get Kevin Scotty? Kevin Scotty, I got questions.
That's a cool name.
Kevin Scotty Leonard, Needles High School.
Nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Again, I think that's super cool that you are coming out of your respective fields. And
Yeah, 2 categories based around children. That is how exciting this community works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Starts
Absolutely.
there.
So that brings us back to the schools for our Educator of the Year.
Oh, such a good one.
Man, how you be Educator of the Year for River Valley? You've been there for 4 months.
I don't know, but you better win this, Adam King. We ain't going to lose this one, all right?
I feel like there should be a / Mojave on there.
Yeah. You gotta be
Brenda
in for
Jackson,
everything.
who's an absolute star out there at River Valley High School. Lacey Ortiz, Mojave Accelerated Learning Center. And Nicole Wilson, Needles Unified School District.
Very
We have a
cool.
little bit of experience in the educator world. There are a ton of great teachers out there.
Man.
So congratulations to them. And I know that it's a tough process to pick a winner out of that group.
Yeah. Oh, it's so painful because you want them all to win. I mean, they're all. If you're a teacher, you're probably pulling some amazing traits. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, you know how many good teachers are out there and how many schools. And so to be in a finalist there is very awesome.
Yeah.
I just realized no Laughlin in there, huh? Interesting.
What's next, Jeffy?
Next up, your Lloyd Shires Tourism Award.
This is a cool one. Lloyd Shires was a good dude over at the Riverside many, many, many years. I sold him a lot of cars back in the day.
You did?
Yeah.
I must not
Really a
know
nice
that.
guy.
You worked there for a long time.
Yeah, did a great job. Was one of the guys who brought in flights. One of the first
Oh.
guys that made that program work. So super cool guy. So who do we got here? I got it. Man, our paper cut off, so we're going to have to go off Jeff's. Keith Fulton, Riverside Resort and Casino. Kevin Burns at Laughlin Tours. Larry Topping, Mayhem, the main event. That's the, which is actually super cool because we've had him on the show and he kind of recreated the old bike run
Yeah, he did.
in its own image. And Michael Jackson, Southern
What?
Nevada Transit Coalition Fleet Smart. I wonder how many Michael Jackson jokes that guy gets.
I know.
I know how many poor Michael Jackson at River Valley used to get,
Oh,
you
man.
know. Everything was a Michael Jackson,
Michael
joke.
Ah.
Oh,
We're
boy.
sorry, we're not very original. We just
No.
we love the dad jokes. We can't pass them up.
Beating him up.
We're not above it.
Congratulations. Exciting. Exciting.
And then, you know, really, I mean, this town is still a tourist town, you know.
It
Like
is.
most of our you know, outside money that comes in from tourism.
yeah.
So, a huge
Bullhead's
part of our
done a
community.
great thing by opening up those beaches and
Man.
bringing them in, reeling them in.
That is a booming one right there. So, what do we got next, Argonda?
Nick Sessions Public Service Award.
Ah, such an amazing man.
Yeah, man.
Right there.
So we've got for the Nick Sessions Public Service Award, Angie Johnson, City of Bullhead City, Jeff Tipton, City of Bullhead City. Is that Josie Volk Emmert, Bullhead City Police Department, and Kim Cool, City of Bullhead City.
That's a big one.
Must be a City of Bullhead City award.
Yeah. That's a big one to
Yeah,
get
very
nominated
cool.
from.
Very exciting. So congratulations to all those nominees and all those finalists. Can't
Changing
wait to see it.
lives.
Yeah,
You know, those are the type of people that are saving lives, changing lives,
absolutely.
making a
So
difference.
All
what
right,
do we
next
got?
up.
Humanitarian. I
Award,
can't
yep.
believe I'm not humanitarian. You
I know. I know.
All the humanity I do. Jeez. I'm
But
such
look
a
who's
human.
there. I mean, those are great.
I know. Beverly and Rod. That's
Love 'em.
jeez.
Mwah.
Jessica Terry, Michelle Brown. Is that Cheryl Rose? I
Yep.
apologize if I butchered any of those names, but
No, you did good.
Listen, Big hearts in that group.
Yeah, you don't get in that
Oh,
one
boy.
without a lot of your own personal time going back to the
Yeah,
community.
I was
and people.
100% joking. I am not in the humanitarian of the world. So
They all are.
Those people
so
are awesome. They do a great
congratulations.
job. I know we have in some way supported most of their groups, and very proud to do so. So
Yes.
very exciting.
Before we go on, we have a question in the chat.
Ooh, let's hear it.
What is the new building that you have built? What's it for?
So there is a building right behind our building, and it is going to be a new addition to our service center. It's also going to have some office space, some other things, and a huge parts storage. But it's going to be for medium duty, basically trucks in general, and it's going to have some electric vehicle repair capabilities. So it's going to free up all those other bays to not be impeded by any of that stuff that takes a little bit of extra attention and time. The parts storage is going to be huge because we won't have to, if you come in and need an alternator for an 84 Cadillac, the chances that we carry that is very slim. But our parts storage is going to be
A little bigger now, huh?
Yeah, I think like 4 or 5 times bigger. So we'll be able to stock more parts, get people in and out of the service department faster. And that building should be done around first of the year. So
We'll
the
also
building's
bring
probably
more
gonna
jobs to town.
Yeah, probably 20 more service jobs. But that building should actually be done in a more timely manner. But we're actually waiting on some supply issues on electrical stuff, like getting into the city grid and all
Like
that.
the rest of the world, we're
Yeah,
waiting on
so
parts.
that's going to end up being what holds up that building. But that building's going to be huge for everybody, and I think it's going to make everybody's experience in the service department much, much better. So,
Yeah, if you're an
and
80s Cadillac.
I'm still arguing with Tony
For a space
about-
for us?
I want a penthouse on the roof.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I just
Yeah,
want to sit there on
it's
my
a
lawn chair on the
simple-
roof
it's
and
very
look up at
simple.
Don Laughlin leaving his helicopter on his penthouse. You know?
Right.
Hey,
So-
when you listen to the old guys talk about, their jobs, they always say, like, we sat in the back, we sit in our lawn chairs, we had a few drinks, we
yeah.
smoked our cigarettes and sold cars.
That's it. That is definitely that is a real thing. That is how it was when
I
I
want to
started.
say that I got that from your dad.
You definitely. My dad was definitely one of those people.
He was.
He's like, listen, we just sold cars. We were here all day. Sitting in
Literally
our
all day.
chairs,
Like it was just
smoking some
it was as
cigarettes."
much their home as it was their workplace. I mean,
Yeah.
it was wild times.
Ah.
Those guys had they had like hangout spots everywhere because I remember they'd always get run out of their spot. Hey, what are we doing? Let's get to work.
Like,
And they'd be
"Okay."
like smoking their cigarette and they'd wander off to the other hangout spot. So
I'll meet you on the other side.
lifetime ago. So very, very, very fun. So I hope you didn't lose your space there, Jeff.
Nope.
Thanks.
Next up, we have the Entrepreneur Award.
This is very cool.
Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you, there's some great ones on there, too. So we got Eric Fox, ProFit Kitchen, Justin and Breezy Roberge.
Yeah.
Roberge.
Breezy air.
Breezy air.
I love them.
Sam, you got that one. What's that last name right there?
I don't know. I'm going to say
Carapia.
Sam from
Carappa?
Riverside
Sam
Pharmacy.
from Riverside Pharmacy. Let's go, Sam.
That's a pretty cool little place.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
not been in there. Trevor Long, Long Gone Escapes.
Yeah,
Huge
we did
Congratulations.
iguanas. Very cool.
I'm going to have to nominate my ex-wife for that next year.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
she's
is a
wild.
nominating-
She's a wild little hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homemade. We're there. It's
Yeah.
happening. Although she is nominated.
She is nominated. That's
Yeah.
true. Is she coming up in here somewhere?
Yeah.
So,
All right. Next up, Business Expansion and Retention Award.
Look
Very
at that. That's a wide variety of businesses.
I should have read the description for that award because I'm not entirely sure what all that is because it's pretty expansive. Like it's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. But congratulations to the Taco Joint, Dot Foods, Kirk Barton Farmers Insurance, and ProFit Kitchen.
Congratulations.
Pretty wild to see a lot of repeat nominees on there.
Yeah,
like
and
Dot's
those are,
on there a lot. ProFit. No coincidence. Those places are getting a lot of.
No, and because you will also see those people giving back to the community often.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, it's pretty cool. It's cool to see how those
Absolutely.
things go hand in hand.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
All right. Next up, Large Business of the Year Award.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, we're
How
in
did
there.
Anderson get on top of us? What
I
the
don't know.
heck?
What's going on
I was
here?
just kidding. I was
Just
Who
just
did
kidding.
this right up?
I was going to pretend that it was blurry and I couldn't see it, you know.
Dot Foods. Does anyone see Dot Foods?
But Anderson Auto Group,
That's funny.
obviously that's the whole group. But really, for us, we talk about Anderson Ford. I guess the whole group is nominated. But Bill down there does a great job, and he's a good dude. Dot Foods, again, no surprise there.
No.
Findlay Motor Company.
Look at us coming
Let's
in
go.
hot.
That's us. Hands in the air.
And Western Arizona Regional Medical Center. And obviously they're a huge part of things, but they're not. I shouldn't say they're not always involved, but they're not always involved and as active as they are to the level they are now. So it's good to see them get back in the hunt, and we're a better community with all those places contributing. So
Absolutely.
Yes.
much appreciated, everybody, and congratulations. And I will also, I don't know, is this Tony's first nomination? I know that
Since
we
he's here.
have been nominated a bunch of times. We won once, but it was before Tony was here.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the boss,
Yes.
because if he didn't continue our ways, we wouldn't be out there being nominated.
I
Yeah, we in
know.
this.
For reals.
Yep.
Yes.
Much appreciated.
All right. Next up, your Community and Social Service Organization Award.
There
Very
we
cool.
go.
This is your world, Christy. You announced this one.
It's Kiwanis of the Colorado River Noon Club. It's always so crazy to me. We have all kinds of different clubs, but congratulations to you guys. Oh, Needles, St. Vincent's de Paul Food Bank. I mean, that makes great sense. Rotary Club of Bullhead City and Volunteers in Partnership.
All great
Wonderful.
groups.
All great groups.
Very cool.
And again, to be a finalist in that category is something, because there are some really good
There was
groups
big
out there.
names, yeah.
Yep. So congratulations, everybody. Much appreciated to you all.
Yeah.
What you do.
Yep. That's a lot of people volunteering their own personal time.
Yes.
Yeah.
For every organization, there's about a bajillion volunteers making it happen. So
It's pretty
there are
impressive.
very, very few actual employees at any of these things, if any. So
Yeah, I actually, with my Interact Club, to go off on a little note really quick, but talked about how selfless business owners are who really are involved in these clubs, who take time out of their life and their businesses to make sure that these community things happen for the children, for the elderly, for the veterans. It's pretty impressive.
yep, absolutely.
All right. Next up, Small Business of the Year Award.
Look at
Look
this.
at
Yeah.
There's our Kona Ice. There we go. Homemade's
All
going to be on
right.
here next year for sure. Let's go.
DB&G Dance Studio, Kona Ice of Bullhead City, Papa John's Pizza, Bullhead City, Arisen Star Kennel. Congratulations,
Again.
Small Business of the Year. Really, really, I guess it's funny to us that we're a large business because, we don't think of large
Yeah.
business that way. But we really are. We've grown so much. But really, small business is a huge piece of our community.
It's the heart.
It really is.
It's men and women.
If we don't have small
grinding.
business, we are basically a bunch of giant corporations,
Yeah.
sitting here taking our money. So congratulations to those guys, and we appreciate it. We know it's tough out there, especially a small business getting started. So stick with it, and when you're able, give back, contribute to your community, and you might be up there another time.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay. Next up, your Veteran Special Recognition Award sponsor.
Ah.
Very cool. I don't know. So what is this? Veteran Special Recognition Award sponsor. I am not familiar with what this
This is
is
something
for, but
new,
obviously
yeah.
it is a veterans group, so very much appreciate to everyone. Frederick S. Doughton, George De Leon, Leland Gilmore, and Veterans in Motion. So that sounds like a bunch of people who are giving back to veterans is what it
Yeah.
sounds like. So
Which is amazing.
yes, absolutely. And,
That work never stops.
I was just going to say, man, you talk about like a whole subcategory inside of giving back and service, and
Yeah.
that veterans world is it. I mean, those guys are unbelievable, and, for what they have given, they deserve all that they get, and someone's got to do it for them,
Yeah, absolutely. For people to come out of that positively is a huge, huge thing, and that takes, those hard workers in that veteran field to make the difference.
Absolutely.
All right. Can we get a drum roll? Next up is our Communications Award.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Very
And why isn't your
cool.
name on top?
Listen.
What's going on
They
here?
seem to be alphabetical,
Yeah, I
right?
guess
All
that
right,
makes
we'll let it
sense.
fly.
Okay.
Listen, I think you should definitely do it by favorites, but
Yeah.
that's just me.
You should be on top.
Honestly, again, just like you said earlier, to be up in this category, let alone with these amazing people, I am completely honored and excited, and I'm going in ready for this interview.
She's coming in hot.
Yeah, I think last year I was a little intimidated by being up for the Communications Award, but
Now you're
super
like, let's
proud,
do this.
Super proud to say, like, I think we're competing. Like, yes,
Yes.
I'm in.
Sure.
You know, and I don't know. Let's announce these guys first, and then we'll talk about it.
All
But
right.
that is Bree Tyler, which is Our Town.
Yes.
Daisy Nelson, who is running editor for the paper here or the whole
It just said
Paper
Mojave
World
Daily
or
News,
whatever.
Yeah.
Christy Zavala, who works at a
Woo!
car dealership.
We know
I
that
don't
girl.
And then Tri-State Wi-Fi.
They're amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. And again, I think it's super cool that, for not being in the communications world, to have done as much as you've done.
Thank you, sir.
And
Well, thanks for letting me do
again,
it.
we'll make our little Christy stump here.
Mm-hmm.
She's produced 2 shows or more a week for 3 years now.
Yeah.
With Jeff, of course. Jeff does all the technical stuff, but man, Christy does the scheduling on camera, reaches out to people, figures out what we're doing, themes for what the thing is.
Man, you know what I do? This is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is this why you're nice
I'm
to
not
me and
a-
buy me tacos sometimes?
I'm not a big praise guy, but I am observant. So,
She's all hint, hint. It's
Thanks,
Tuesday.
boss.
so, but yeah, 100%. Really, when people really look back at what you've done and created shows, created segments. I mean, really a great job. So,
And we really get to
Yes.
spotlight the local businesses, which, comes from the heart.
absolutely.
I think people
so,
know it and feel it, and it's exciting. We get to
then
interview
I feel
people
like
from the heart. Like,
if Christy wins, Findlay wins. So,
That's right.
I think so too.
We all win.
Yes.
absolutely. So.
But
And
congratulations.
then,
Thank you.
you also started your Showing Up with Christy thing,
Yeah.
which kind of supplements into the worlds. And, I think that's just
Yeah.
another layer. To be honest, it's a more modern layer of communication than what most people are doing. Everybody's, with all due respect to, old media, the new media is somewhat neglected in
Yeah.
awards and recognition, things like that. And so, having a different way to communicate with people is super important. So,
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Thank you for. Thanks, man. I don't even know what
She
to say.
doesn't know what to say.
I'm
She's speechless.
but
This
excited.
is why I don't talk much. I don't
I
want
know.
people to be speechless. I try to keep it to myself.
Well, I appreciate you always supporting my crazy ideas and offering crazy ideas that gets me into my own crazy ideas. So
I love to encourage craziness.
Yeah.
If it keeps me out of the craziness and I get to enjoy the craziness, then I'm pretty happy. So,
you really
Congrat-
love the craziness.
I do. So congratulations to everybody, including our very own Miss Christie. So,
Thank you.
Are you guys ready
We're ready.
for the deal of the week?
Yes.
man, were you the
Done?
last one?
Yeah, deal of the week. That was
you
it.
saved
Yeah, that
Christy
was
for
it.
last.
Yeah,
Well
we went through
done.
them all.
Well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
So hold on.
Okay.
Is this a Jeff's deal of the week?
Oh yeah, Jeff's deal of the week. Yeah, that's right.
All right,
I forgot
let's do
to
it.
say that.
Game show voice.
My
Let's
bad.
go.
Let's go.
All righty. First up, this is it. The 2020 Chevy Spark. It's a hatchback, guys. This thing is cool. It's really good on gas. It's only got 71,000 miles on it. And this car is under 15 grand.
You're not going to get better gas mileage,
Nope.
huh?
Yes, and we talk about the car side of this a little bit, or the car business side of it a little bit, in that, man, cars have gotten expensive over the years,
Yes.
and we're not the only place that knows that, and everyone feels it. So when you find a deal, something that's affordable, it used to be really easy to roll down to a local car dealership and find a cheap car for your kid.
Yeah.
Does not happen as easy as it once did. So when you find deals like this that you can get a nice cheap payment on still, affordable on fuel. I mean, listen, my kid's driving now. It's like,
That thing's
I
good.
need gas money.
Yes.
I need gas money.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
I need
yeah.
food money.
Super
I
clean.
feel so much smarter getting him a decent gas mileage vehicle than a truck.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and then the funny part is he's gotten better about it, but he didn't like driving my truck. So I'd be like, nah, you can just take my truck or whatever. And then he's like, I'm good. It's kind of a lot to drive.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And lately he's like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's no big deal. I could take it, right?
So you think I could take
Yeah,
it?
so,
But anyways, that
Hey,
car is ready down here at the Findlay Used Car Center in Fort Mojave. Come on down. Take it for a test drive. I guarantee you'll like it.
absolutely.
I can proudly always say that we have such a huge variety and really something for everybody's price range.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is obviously I have all of our social media on my phone, and so I get notifications, I get all this stuff, and
Yeah.
then I keep an eye on it. And so all once in a while we'll be like, hey, we just sold a $110,000 Denali whatever, and then you're like, here's a $8,000 whatever
Yeah.
car, and then boom, here's a Corvette, and then you're like, here's a diesel truck. Like, we really have
The range is
something
so
for
big.
everyone, and it's pretty wild. And then the used car center, we actually do a great job of stocking. I think that's a little bit of a combined effort between Matt and Gonzo. I know Matt does all the buying, and Gonzo probably gives him a little direction. But man, you go down there and they got like cool lifted trucks. They've got affordable cars. They have a variety of what we call like the bread and butter vehicles. The Altimas, Malibus, Equinoxes, those types of things. So that when you come down, you have more than one to choose from.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're like, oh, I have a white one. I don't want white. Well, I have a white one. Like you have some variety. You got some choices, and so it's kind of nice.
It is.
Very cool.
It is.
Well, guys, I
We're
think
still
that's
hiring.
it. I think that's it.
We're still hiring.
We are hiring.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
So we are hiring. We actually have a couple of new hires right next door. So they are in the process of shadowing, getting some training, things like that. And then what's really interesting, and I have said this a bajillion times, so if you're still watching, we'll say it one more time. But we promote 99% from within, and so that creates opportunity and new jobs all the time. So you can always go get a job, check it out. We have guys who started, less than a year ago who are now in management positions, and they'll be next in line up for sales manager positions. And so
If you're looking for a job and get you a good living, I mean, this is it with training opportunities, movement, lots of movement.
Absolutely. I always see people posting like frustrated stuff on their job, and I'm always like, I didn't see your application come over, like listen, I promise you all jobs are challenging. They'll have their ups and their downs, but it's a good place to be. You have an opportunity to earn money, and you have an opportunity to get promoted. So
Yeah, you do.
And work with a bunch of cool people.
I mean, we're pretty
like Christy.
Like Christy. There you go.
cool. We're fun. Hey, thank you guys for supporting us for our shows, our spotlights, what we do for the community, buying cars.
Whoever
allows
nominated
us to be able to do
Christy.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Like, I know I talk funny, but the truth of the matter is, again, just to be nominated is amazing. To be in the top 4, I'm super excited for. And to get to spend the evening with our people is so exciting, too. We got to dress up, which doesn't happen very often.
Super excited to dress up.
Don't be ditching
Listen,
out this year
Shane
either.
is not excited.
Every chance I
He'll
get.
find some reason why
Every
I
chance
cannot
I
be
get.
there.
So yeah, I always wait in this, to check the calendar, and I'm not a great calendar in advance guy, and I'll be like, oh God. Turns out the grass is growing that day. I can't make it, So
Well, we'll be there with our fancy shoes on. Have a great day. Support local, shop local,
you have to
small
remind me to take
businesses.
my stuff to the dry cleaners before
Dry
it
cleaners.
shows like a week before.
We got radio next
I'll be
week, too.
panicking.
Don't forget. Hey, we have the Pink Box on the show Thursday. This is exciting. It's really a small business in a big world. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for everyone to get to hear how that happened and the why behind it.
I'll tell you, I hear people always talk about they don't want to go places, they don't want to. And then I see people in Fort Mojave or Mojave Valley with pink box donut things. I'm thinking,
like-
you'll drive all that way for donuts, but you won't
Yeah.
drive 8 minutes to go to Target or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Come
Come
on.
on, man.
Donuts.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great day. We will see you on Thursday.
See you Thursday.